Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, and I'm Alana and this is a sketchbook vlog. I haven't really done one of these in a while because I haven't been doing much sketchbook work, so here we are. So this is one of those pink pig sketchbooks. I got this on offer really cheap. It was like a set of different types of sketchbooks, so I got this with it. So here I set it on the 16th of September 2019 and I finished it on the 30th of December 2019. So let's go through it. I have a few loose sheets in this one just so I can keep it all together. So yeah. So here I drew some patterns and I used Sharpies to like add colour to it basically. But here I added a bit of watercolour to it. Here I noticed this thing called Free Up Your Art, and I'm trying to get myself into it, I would say. So I found this list and then I printed it off. So yeah, so it's good I keep it with me. Here's just I put a post on a Facebook group like about artist book and what other people do and how they do it. So I just printed off all the comments, you know, for my reference. Here I found it off like activities, games, exercises to like improve your art basically. So you could do drawing from observation with your non-writing hand. So yeah. Here, if you've seen my previous vlogs, my art one, I mentioned using exam papers. So these are these. So yeah. So moving on to my drawings. More patterns using Sharpies. Here I've just drawn like the circle designs. I really like drawing circles, even though sometimes when I draw circles they don't exactly turn out like circles, to be honest. So I was working on like different types of patterns. So this is in watercolour. I didn't know what to like expect because I don't know, I was trying to try different things for using watercolours around that time, and then I decided to do this. So yeah, I did more, like you could tell by if it's like got loads of pigment to it and a bit more water. So I like that variation that acrylic has. So you don't really tend to, like if you have like one of those palettes, sometimes if you want it a bit lighter you just tend to add less water, less pigment to it and more water. Here I used charcoal to draw a flower. I think it turned out alright. Does need improving like, but yeah. Here I was layering watercolour. I have done this in the past. I think it's in my previous sketchbook vlogs if you want to check those out. Because I do a wide range of stuff if you don't know already. So I have done similar things to this, like layering colour on top of colour. Because with watercolour it's like a bit different because you can kind of like see the colour beneath it as well. Here I attempted to draw a face again. I feel like I've just had a couple good faces, the other ones are rubbish. Here I did like a blind drawing of a daffodil. Turned out okay, but what do you expect really? So now from the exam papers that I've been looking at, I like more like what I've got here. Bear with. I think I have ideas from this pile and not from this one yet. So from one of these piles that I've worked on, well, let's say worked on, like gathered like ideas and all that, and I kind of like wrote all the titles down and stuff like relating to it. So here it was illusion. Then I thought I might as well define illusion. You know, so if like some of the words might jog out some, you know, like ideas. It hasn't just yet, but it might help me in the future. So I wrote down like different artists that I use like illusion type things. Things like what do you see? And like impossible cube, Penrose triangle, eye deceiving. So all these words might help me develop ideas. Or like if I search like specific words, things might come up relating to it. So here, try to print off some like illusion type things. So I have a few in here, but I'll just show the first one here. So it's Bridget Riley. I have looked at Bridget Riley in the past. I think it was during high school, like I don't know whether it was during my GCSE or A level. I think it was more GCSE. I looked at Bridget Riley, so yeah. So I have done these grids before, so yeah. I don't know really if I do any work from that. So here, let me see if we can get it on the thing. So here, these two headings were in the question. So whatever's in orange is the titles of the questions that are in the exam paper. So I thought that books, newspapers and magazines and recycled would fit well together, because if I do it like two separate mind maps, I might be repeating the same thing. So yeah. So I feel like I have done some recycled work before. So I feel like if I do like collages, I might write that down actually. With a pen that doesn't work. Bin that. But you can see it. So I thought, yeah, I could either do like a sculpture using recycled objects, or draw or paint, or do something that has been recycled. So you could draw like a recycled object and things like that. And I have mentioned some artists down as well. So the next one is elongated forms. So yeah, so I haven't written much down for this one. I feel like some of them I haven't written down much, but I can always go back to them in the future. Because on the front I put some ideas and mind maps on the front, so I know which one it is in. So I mentioned the artist Charles Rennie Mackintosh because I noticed that they do like elongated form, plus the questions on the exam papers that I've mentioned before, they like mention like artists, like starting point for like whoever's doing the exam to start and look at, because usually when you search one artist, other ones come up as well. So yeah, and I printed off like a form. It was when my printer's running out of ink, like specific colours. So it's Alberto Giacometti, if I pronounce that right. So let's move on. The elderly was the next question. And I do apologise if the writing that I do show you on these doesn't show up. There's nothing I could do about it, to be honest. But yeah, sorry about that. But oh well, I'm kind of like reading it through anyway. So the next one was the elderly. To be honest, I feel like it was a tough subject for me to figure out what to do with. But from the exam papers, they mentioned like Rembrandt's late self-portraits, Whistler painted the austere portraits of his mother, Lucian Freud, Andrew Wyeth and Mark Powell. So all these artists can help me, but if you may notice, I'm not exactly a portrait artist, but I have been working on my faces and I will be doing more practice in the future, because all you have to do is practice, keep on making art, and then you will get good at some aspects of art. Art can come in many forms, so yeah. So here's one of Matt Powell's biro pen drawings. I do like it, but it's with me trying to actually do something like this. Bit skeptic about it, but oh well. So, moving on. So, here there was 3 question titles. So, one was political events, the second in your news, and the third throwaway society. So, I don't know what to expect from here, so yeah. And if you have any ideas for this one, please let me know, because I would like to do more research on this when I have a chance. So there's artists such as Lauren Shanley, Claire Goddard, Gates, Armand's work, comments on our wasteful society. So yeah, so there is lots of things I could do with that, but I'm not exactly into politics that much, so I don't know what to work on that, but it's good if I make notes. The next one was dance and performance. I haven't really done much with that, but I'll probably figure out something. So here, there was 4 question titles. So there was curves, circles and spheres, and abstraction and interwoven. So all these link into one another, in my mind anyway, because abstraction could be different shapes, which links with circles, spheres, curves and interwoven. So all of them link in with this type of idea. So abstraction, Vasily Kandinsky uses more personal language to express whatever. Rachel White reads. Some of these I've actually looked at before. So yeah. So there's interwoven, so it's more Celtic art. So showing line and form. So Richard Deacon created bold, flowing sculptural forms that explore and define space. So yeah. You could look at circles and spheres. It's more in the seen in the natural world. So all of these can link in. Most of these are more from the exam paper. I'm just writing it down. So the one was food and good enough to eat. I haven't much thought on that, but here I had 2 outbuildings and interiors, but I thought the name of it could be architecture because they both link in with architecture, but the architecture word itself wasn't in the questions. Well, so far from the exam papers I've looked at, so yeah. Here, the environment. So this goes over both pages, but I'm sorry it doesn't show up on the camera, but oh well. So let's look at the first page. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 sticky notes of titles, and I thought I'd put all into one thing, the environment. So yeah. So sorry about that, got a sniffly nose. So float Sam and jet Sam. To be honest, I didn't know what that meant, so I did search it. And it's the collection of debris and discarded objects on the shores of the sea. So I do occasionally visit the beach and I do see things on that, so it'd be good if I take pictures of something like that. So yeah. So you got Tony Cragg, Debbie Linden, Peter Tonningson, all those artists for that. So next one was Rocks, Pebbles and Stones. So Rennie Magritte, Barbara Hepworth, Chris Booth and Maggie Haworth. So yeah. The next one was Beneath Our Feet. So the Boyle family, Roman floor mosaics, intricately patterned Persian carpets, Carl Andreas, methodically arranged tiles. And the next one was Caspar David Friedrich, And Caspar Friedrich focuses on tonal aspects of light seen through trees in his paintings. So that's a good idea because it's amazing what light gets through like a bunch of trees. That's like nice. Clement Briand projected images onto trees. John Virtue, Giuseppe Pinone. So yeah. So moving on. So weather. The effects of wind, rain and sunlight. Turner, the artist Turner. Janet Eichenmann, which she focuses on wind. Olaf Lazian, weather indoors. I'm sorry if I pronounce these names wrong. I'm doing the best I can for what is written before me. So the next one was skies, which kind of relates to weather anyway. So dramatic cloud formations. I do take a lot of pictures of clouds on my phone because when I see clouds in the sky I think, oh, that looks pretty, I quickly take a photo because then I'll have it for reference then. So artists Emil Noldi, Sheila Finch, Rowan and Erwin Borealis, 3D clouds. You got Rene Magritte again mentioned, used clouds in unusual ways. Textile artists have depicted skies using a variety of layering, felting and applique techniques. So yeah. So some of these artists have been repeated in this area, so it's good that I put all of this together. So the next one was the spirit of the natural environment. That could be anything really. You got J.M.W. Turner, John Constable, Norman Ackroyd, David Nash, and Andy Goldsworthy. With Andy Goldsworthy, the nature's patterns, structures, rhythms, changing moods by producing work which in some way reflects the spirit of the natural environment, so that fits well. And the spirit of the natural world is more moving and revealing for what's there. So yeah. So the next one is inspired by natural forms. So you got William Morris. I do like William Morris's work. Mick Pierce and Tony Chiu-Ling. Or is it Tang? Couldn't read my own writing then. So the last one on this is Nature Transformed. I've just wrote artists for this. I haven't really thought too much in it because I feel like I have got so many ideas on the environment anyway. So got Richard Schilling, The Ephemeral Land Art, Cat Holmes, Richard Long and James Doran Webb. So yep. So there was like a few of these, but I haven't really done much writing to it. So there are 6 ideas, but I'll put it all together for humans and animals and creatures. So got mother and child, the embrace. I'll put them 2 together, if you can see. If not, sorry. You got the eyes, human figure, people and animals, and insects. The other one I've really written notes on is the human figure. So we've got Umberto Boccacconi, if I pronounce that right. Got more 20th century artists, Francis Bacon, Cubist, African sculptures, European and Asian sacred buildings, Egyptian and Etruscan wall paintings, and Anthony Gormley. Anthony Gormley is really popular, more common in the UK because of the Angel of the North and these figure sculptures on Crosby Beach. So yeah. So got characters as materials and materials. African art. Light and dark, lighting, work, issues-based work. Cultures, so got Japanese culture, Scandinavian art and design, and creolization is a Korean concept. Crustaceans, so got Salvador Dali, Elizabeth Blackadder, Mary O'Malley, Ancient to Modern Times, The appear in Roman mosaics at Pompeii, Japanese Imro and Hiroshige. Symbolic creatures and dragons, so I'll put that under fantasy creatures. Closely observed stories, insects. And the last one of the notes is elevated viewpoints, perspective and towers. I haven't done much writing on most of these, but oh well. So after a while I started to draw more, like finishing the sketchbook on Boxing Day last year. It feels weird saying last year even though it's just a few days ago, so yeah. So I kind of tried to do like an elongated form, but I gave up halfway. Here I thought I'd do more patterns, like free with my arm, just get stuff down on paper. So I just did really like spirals with Sharpies and my other markers as well. Created a specific colour scheme, and I kind of like how it's turned out, to be honest. I did that on the 27th of December. Here I tried to draw with my left hand. Looks like a kid's drawing. Here I got told of an idea to draw a tree of life, and I did it with my left hand. For my left hand, this is quite good, to be honest, considering I hardly work in my left hand. And it'll probably be a lot better in my right hand because I'm right-handed, so yeah. Here, more post-it notes of ideas. I just bought like different ideas, like drawing upside down, mono printing, watercolours, acrylics, lino printing, collage. Look at the texture, media, scale, genre, composition, moves, process, theme, and make the world the way you want. Imagine like for landscape architecture artists, so like design your own like building or stuff like that. That might help me because I like fantasy. I'm like trying to do something like that. I have like written down artists as well, so Grayson Perry, Paul Klee, Rachel Goodyear, Seal Foyer, Anthony McCall, Marionetti, Jenny Soep, Anthony Mora, Albrecht Dürer, Patrick Caulfield, Edward Collier, and I've done loads more as well. And sketchbook ideas as well, so drawings from observation, note lists, annotations, doodles, paintings, printing, collage, like collected images, text, fabric, photos, references to books, personal thoughts, colour studies, diagrams, ideas and plans for the future. So a lot of information I just spurted out. So I decided to work on my flowers, so I drew a flower. I have tried to focus the image, so yeah, I like this one. And if you've seen my testing out materials vlog, I have used this drawing because the sketchbook I was working in is my current sketchbook, and this is just the one before. I did this on the 29th, and I'm trying to do other flowers as well, different ways. Flowers, plants. So that's it for this one. So the sketchbook itself is really good, and I would consider buying more of this one, but I wish they were a bit cheaper. I only buy like a really good one if it's worthwhile me buying like a good sketchbook for the price of it, but other than that I would prefer a bit cheaper ones, but cheap but good, if you get me. So yeah, so that's it. Hopefully you like the work in here, and please give me any thoughts you may have on these and any other ideas you may have for like things I can do to develop my art. Like, don't know really. don't want to keep on rambling on because this is getting long, this video. So yeah. So all I can say is thanks for watching. I'll put all my links to Facebook, my Facebook page, Instagram, Etsy and all that in the description. Please check out all my other videos as well. I do reactions as well as all my art videos. And please subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell if you want to keep updated when I post a new video. And if you're interested in any artwork that I do produce, if you look back on my previous videos, I have an Etsy page where I put artwork for sale. But if you're interested in a particular piece of work that I've done, please let me know and I'll work out a price and I'll send a copy. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.